Do you cook?
Bro, come on, man. He was being humble with a 6 out of 10.
I watched this on Netflix, chef.
It is pastry actually. It looks like real, but it is pastry actually. 100% eatable.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, my guy, bro.
Welcome back to another episode of Taste of Europe, and this time we are in the beautiful country of Monaco.
We are having Alpha Diallo, one of the longest tenure players on AS Monaco.
And as usual, we're gonna be trying out some amazing food from the local cuisine. We're gonna find out what his favorite.
He's gonna put us on some amazing food. We're gonna try some amazing food. And I'm hungry, bro. I cannot wait to get to this restaurant, bro.
It's gonna be insane. I'm hearing that Alpha has a dish named after him in this restaurant.
Own dish.
That's what I'm hearing, bro. I don't know if it's true, but we're gonna ask inside for sure.
Let's go. No, Maria. Let's see what they got for us.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
You're paying, by the way.
No, you're paying.
What's up, baby? Nice to have you. What's going on?
Hey, appreciate you bringing us here. We heard a lot of good things here, bro.
Yes, sir.
You got like a little dish here.
Something like that.
At the Nova Maria. Let's check out.
Let's check it out.
You, my boy.
Come on in. Come on in.
Hey, my man.
Yes,
See you, my guy.
This is the man himself. What's going on?
Thank you guys.
Appreciate you,
Welcome
brother.
to Nona Maria.
Thank you for
Boss
having us.
Enzo. How
We
are
heard
you?
a lot of good things. We heard that Alpha even has his own dish here. So
Yeah, for
please,
sure.
can you let us know a bit more about that?
It was, I think, after 2-3 days, he been in Monaco.
Straight
He
here.
came to my place and they start to hit this pasta.
Yeah.
And many times he want to put this pasta on the menu. But I explained to him, you need to stay years and years in Monaco to put this on the menu.
Okay, so you're the reason he's been here for so long.
He stay only for the pasta.
I can't wait to try. Thank you for having us. What's the first question we always do when we go and meet these amazing athletes? And we ask them a special question.
Do you cook? That's the question.
That's what we ask
You
everyone.
just gotta
You
be honest, bro. That's
gotta
what
be
I'm
honest.
saying.
Gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I used to.
Okay.
I used to. And I got married.
Okay.
So I, delegated those duties a little bit, So now I'm just, I fall back from the kitchen a little bit, let her do her thing.
Before you got married, what would you rate your skills out of 10 when it came to cooking?
Out of 10,
Be honest.
I'm a solid 6.
I like that.
Solid 6.
That's humble.
We haven't got that yet. No, guys are saying 9, 8.
Capping.
You know what I'm saying?
Cap.
We're gonna test it today, though. We might
Man,
test it.
man,
We might have to
test
test
I'm
it
a
today.
solid 6.
What was your meal of choice when you're cooking?
Pasta, like chicken Alfredo.
There you go.
Solid. You get the recipe online, you chef it up by yourself. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Now your wife is cooking a lot for you, but have you ever had a personal chef or you ever had a chef in the home that would cook you meals?
I did. It helped me, balance out a lot of, the irregularities, like eating out, all the different fast foods and stuff. So it helped. But then ultimately, the wife holds it down. So
Since your wife is the one cooking now. and
yeah,
stuff, what would you say your favorite dish is? I'm assuming she's the one making it. Don't get yourself in no trouble here, but what is your favorite dish?
I gotta say everything.
That's the great. So
Gotta say everything.
I think this might be my main camera. If you're watching, right? He said everything, so it's a very good answer.
That's a married man answer.
How has your nutrition and your food changed as you've gotten older, as you became more of a professional in a sense? What are some dietary habits that you've now adapted in a sense?
For me, I think it started in college. We had a lot of, health education and, knowing what to put in your bodies and try to, basically see how you feel after. Trying to stay away from a lot of the fast food, a lot of the fried food. Nothing's too bad in moderation, so I still indulge in those things, but, you try to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of, lean meats and stuff like that.
The European food, European cuisine as a whole is a lot different, right?
Yeah.
So what is it like? Is there any foods that maybe you didn't like at first and now you like? Or is there any foods that surprised you that have grown on you as you came into Europe and kind of changed your taste buds in that sense?
It was an adjustment, you gotta kind of let go of, what you thought about a lot
Yeah.
of things that you haven't even tried, but in your mind, you're like, nah, I'm not eating that. That joint nasty.
Yeah.
So you do, you let go of that mindset and then, you try it. So I did a lot of that. So trying different things, like, look, he brought out zucchini right there. Like,
Facts.
Here we have the zucchini carpaccio with the red prawns,
Very nice.
fried calamari,
Calamari.
one of the favorite plate of Haifa,
Yes.
Greek side, merizano salata, tzatziki, white tarama, and hummus. Homemade bread,
Thank you very much.
egg blood paneer.
Where should we start?
could grab some of the pita with the hummus.
Let's do that. Let's take that over. Let head honcho start with it, bro.
Grab one.
Help yourself.
Yeah, fire mark calamari.
Wow. Thank you very much.
This is the truffle burger, the debossed burger.
Wow, that is
D-Boss Burger.
That's the D-Boss burger.
So this the boss. That's the one.
The Boss burger.
I'm excited.
When I signed in Monaco and I got here, I think my first week, I was speaking to D-Boss and he hit me, hey man, I got this restaurant for you to try, man. They, great people, great food. I'm like, all right, for sure. He sent me the address here and the rest is history.
This is what I love to hear, because like for us, your story, like, it's very selfish for us, right? Because we've been watching your career a long time and like your story and your journey is so special. And I think you coming over here in 2021 is sort of time, right? Just after COVID in a sense, to a new environment inspired a whole generation.
Sure.
A whole generation. So whenever you can, please let us know, like, you coming out here trying something new straight away. Tell us a bit about your experience when you first came to Monaco. Like, what was that like?
I had 1 year of European experience under my belt. I played in Greece.
Greece, yeah.
And like you said, the food there was amazing as well. You know what I mean? Some moussaka, some, souvlaki. So Greek food is really, top notch as well. But coming here to Monaco is a little bit of difference. But at the same time, you just got to embrace everything.
Yeah.
Embrace the culture, embrace the people, you know what I mean? So once you do that, I think everything else opens up for you.
I really want to know a bit about your journey and how a kid who grew up in Denver and New York, that journey, what made you fall in love with the game? What was your childhood in a sense?
I grew up, born and raised in New York, Harlem. And I played a lot of sports growing up. My dad was a big football, soccer fan.
Sorry, you see how he said football first? He didn't say soccer, he said football. I like that. Coming from, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the UK, I like that.
We need to check though.
Yes.
When you said football soccer fan, did you mean American football and soccer fan, or you meant
Football, soccer.
okay? Okay.
We need, hey, if you're watching this at home, you gotta go ahead and like mine right now because he knows the stuff. He knows his football.
Me and my siblings, we started in that. And then we went to, this after school program where we played a whole bunch of sports, flag football, baseball. And then gradually, a lot of us just, jumped into basketball. And growing up in New York City, there's a outdoor court almost
Everywhere. Right?
everywhere you look, you know what I mean? So playing a game of horse and then gradually playing a game of 21. And now you start playing 5-on-5 with some of the older guys. And, that's how you, grow to love the game. So that was what it was for me.
100%. Did you have a player that you looked up to at that time? That you kind of maybe like, modeled your game after or wanted to get to that?
I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan. Since I started playing basketball, Kobe Bryant was, the GOAT for me. But, I liked watching a lot of dudes, like a guy like Sean Livingston. I really liked his game a lot. Joe Johnson, he was one of my favorites as well. So, some of the guys that, tweeners that do a lot. And then now I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan as well. So I try to model my game a little bit like Jimmy, you know what I mean? The in-between game, defensively. So just a little bit of that.
Your story is so unique. You did a 4-year stint, right? 4 years, right? Providence, right?
Yeah.
And I think now the game is changing. Not everyone's doing the full 4 years in college. They're trying to scope the market, see can they make it pro, and then they get out of there.
Yeah.
For you, what point was it across those 4 years where you're like, I can really become a pro? Like you said, your story is so unique. You grew up getting in, you got into the game. It was a horse at first, and then you started hooping. But at what point were you like, no, this is what I want to do? And it's a possibility to actually make it. When was that for you?
Yeah, so coming out of high school, I was a little delusional in my head. I'm like, man, I'm going to college for 6 months, and after the 6 months, I'm going to the NBA.
Yeah.
But, everybody got a different journey. So I came into my freshman year, I didn't really play a lot in the beginning, and then I ended up starting towards the end of the year, finished out good. And then, so from there, sophomore year came around, made a bigger jump. Junior year, made a bigger jump. And then I tested the waters a little bit. And then my parents, you know, I had one more year of eligibility. Hey, they like, why not go get your college degree? Went back to school for my senior year. And that's when COVID hit.
Changed everything.
Changed everything, for real. So once COVID hit, you know, they canceled the season halfway through. So guys like me, you know, we just went home to our families and stuff like that. So we was home for about 4 or 5 months, and then it was like, there's no pre-draft workouts, no draft.
Yeah.
You know, I spoke to, you know, my agents at the time, and they told me, hey, we got an opportunity for you to go play in Europe right now. So, and I just jumped at it.
Yeah.
It was the best decision for me.
Best decision. But I want to get into that, but the food is looking at me. Let's go through. Let's eat a little bit of the food.
It's not too crispy.
Nah, I haven't tried the zucchini, but it looks fire, so I might have to.
It's served out.
I might have to get in there.
Doing that. B, I know you're looking at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Grab that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Like the Parmesan with the aubergine. It's a great combination.
Have you ever had a cooking disaster? I've had a few. I mean, I made full plate, full food. I got a whole basin, full everything, and I've dropped it. It's just gone on the floor completely. I have to remake it. Have you ever had something like that, or even worse?
In my apartment in college, I tried to make a steak once.
Oh, you set on fire?
Yeah.
Damn. We've been there.
No, we're not laughing. We're laughing because we've been there, bro. I know what it is.
And I'm on the phone with my mom, like, hey, what's the seasoning I put? She telling me everything. All right, that look good. All right, now throw it on the fire. I think I put too much oil or something. I don't know. And then we just, you know, a little flame went up. So I left that right there.
Yeah. Kill that. Yeah, that's
ordered some pizza after that.
Yeah. Yeah, the burger.
I was about to go into the burger.
Yeah, get onto the burger.
Get in there.
There you go.
I skipped breakfast just for this.
And right, this is the D-Boss burger.
Wow.
Woo.
Originally, so like we said, we're from the UK, but originally I'm from Iran.
Okay.
Denzel's from Zimbabwe. Obviously, we know your roots. How often do you get to go back and have your, I guess, do you go back home ever, or are you indulged in the Guinean culture at all and the food that you're going to be eating, or are you, now that you came to Europe, I'm sure it's a little bit further away, but is there any chance you get to kind of go back and feel that home sense?
Yeah, most definitely. Even this past summer, I went to play for a Guinea national team.
Yes, sir.
We played in Angola, but, you know, there's a big Guinea roots in Angola. And we had so much Guinea support there, you know. The Guinean community cooked the whole team some meals and stuff like that, some traditional Guinean food. So it was, you know, it was amazing. The last time I went back, I'll say it was 2023. Went back. I have a lot of family there, you know, and it was a great time, you know, go back, see everybody that, you know, they remember you, but you sort of don't remember them because I was young.
Little boy.
Yeah, I was real young the last time I was there before that. So, you know, it was a good experience. To see your roots, see where your parents come from, and you know what they had to go through to get to where they're at. So it's important.
For sure. And I think like us and the audience, we want to know, like, please let us know what are some traditional Guinean foods, and also what are your favorite foods as well, and like for us to have to try out at some point.
In the community, we eat a lot of mafe, which is like you know, different type of sauce that you put on. It's a peanut stew sauce that, you know, that's one of my favorites. Cassava leaf sauce. So different things like that is, you know, what we traditionally eat.
Is that something that you came into contact with while you were in New York, or you had to go out to Guinea to experience that?
Nah, not really, because, you know, in the home, I grew up on it.
That's what it's about.
I grew up on it. In the home, you know, you go to your cousin's house, same thing.
You
go to your aunts, uncles. It's you know, you get the same tradition and the same type of food. So, you know, my parents did a good job of, you know, keeping us grounded and knowing where we come from and knowing where they come from as well, and the different background of how they, their traditions.
I think that's like the best transition for us, because that perspective is like, again, I wasn't born in the UK. Denz he's been home back one time. And I think that perspective and that understanding of where you come from and your family is ultimately, I think that's given you the trajectory in your career. And I think, you know, we're very fortunate enough to talk to you about food and to talk to you about your basketball story, but you as a person, right? That's something that intrigues us so much, you know, like you've been through a lot, right? You have a lot of different perspectives. I want to know from you, like, what are your, I guess, principles, some of the things you really enjoy in life and things you really value in life, because it's different from person to person.
Family and experiences. I think for me, that's been the core. As long as the family good and, you know, you get to experience, you know, helping your family experience something that they're not used to, I think that brings me the best, the biggest joy.
Yeah.
So I think it's always been instilled with my parents. They always, you know, always put family first, put religion first, put, you know, your values and different things like that. Always, you know, stand on your values and make sure, you know, you don't change based on, you know, where you're at.
Other variables. Yeah.
So, you know, I think they really instilled that in me at an early age, and it just stuck with me throughout my adulthood.
I think we should crack on with the food because, you know what I'm saying?
He's just staring at
He's
you,
staring
huh?
at me, bro. So let's get this down and then.
What's been your favorite dish so far? The one you just ate? That one. You were eyeing that up, bro. Honestly.
That was great, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think I'm still on
Go for that, yeah.
calamari, bro.
Yeah, no, it was good. The first year you were in Europe was in Greece. Then you came to Monaco. What was that story and that journey like? What made you want to sign with Monaco? And now you've been one of the longest tenure players. Like we said, this is nearly going on 5 years in a sense, right? And I think there's obviously something that Monaco has spoken to you that's made you want to stay. So
I started at Monaco. It was the first year we got to EuroLeague. It was a big test for us, and we did it. We made it to the playoffs. Had a tough playoff run, and ultimately fell short of the Final Four. But seen the vision and what the GM and the president was trying to do here, and you know, I wanted to be a part of that. You know, they gave me this big opportunity, so I want to, you know, help them get to where they want to get to as well. So, so that's, you know, a big part of why I continue to stay here and signed a extension this past year. So I'll be here for a few more years, hopefully.
So we've tried some amazing food, but we've been told that he said 6 out of 10, right?
It's 6.
It's a 6 out of 10. So we got a little special round for all the audience and for ourselves. We're gonna put Alpha to the test. He said 6 out of 10. He's in the kitchen. We know he's a bucket on the court. We know he gets to. We know he's a high flyer. But we're about to find out: is he one of the best chefs in the Monaco? 6 out of 10. Let's do it. What you have for me today? So give me a breakdown. Red onion.
We start with butter first, onions, fresh salmon, red shrimps, fresh tomato sauce,
Okay.
fresh cream, parsley, and salt.
Very nice.
We cook everything. We prepare the sauce. We cook the pasta. You need the best pasta.
The best pasta.
Need the best pasta.
Al dente.
Al dente.
Al dente.
Al dente.
Like in Italy, Italian style, you know?
Yeah, a little bit hard.
You've been in Napoli?
Of course. No, Napoli. Bologna.
Man, no.
Bologna.
Next time you come to me, Napoli.
Let's go next time.
Best country.
And
Best country.
Alpha, my brother, let's do this.
we go every.
No, wait. Stop. You can't go in the kitchen like this.
What's going on?
To work with me, you need professional stuff, okay? You need this. One for you,
Let's go.
one for me.
See ya. So what we making, chef? What's the name? What we cooking up?
The number 11 Alpha Diallo pasta.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Yeah.
First, we put the butter. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you got the skill.
So when was the last time you cooked up, bro? When was the last time? Let's be honest with us.
I gotta think about it.
Yeah, when you go think about it, you ain't even gonna say no more. We get it. I think you was being humble with the 6.
Nah, I think you was being humble with a 6, bro.
Now I'm seeing the skills. I think you was being humble.
You know what I'm
with the 6.
saying?
Ha 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 ha.
Yes, sir.
Ha. You need a little bit more too.
Okay.
Man.
They teach me now. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, man. That's a real. The salmon.
One for me, one for you.
Look at it. Let's see it.
How long have you been cooking for?
Long time, man.
time.
I'm from 4th generation of
4 generations of cooking.
Wow. Look at the flick of the wrist on that one.
Come on now.
He got that down, bro.
It gets serious in here.
No, serious, bro.
the red shrimps.
Which part of the dish do you think really like makes it special?
I think it's the combination about the salmon and the red shrimps with the tomato sauce and a little bit of fresh cream, not too much. Matthias had a very easy game.
Bro,
because they prepare Greek salad, man.
Greek salad.
Come on now.
He was not on the hob like you, bro. You're on the stove.
Come on now.
Homemade tomato sauce? Yeah. Wow. So look out, bro, come on, man. He was being humble with a 6 out of 10. He knows what he's doing. He said 6 out of 10, but look. Come on, man.
I've been here before.
You've been here before.
Come on, man.
I told you before.
But make sure your wife doesn't see this video, because if she sees you cooking like this, bro, it might be over for you. You might be the one in the kitchen every time now.
And it's that special cream sauce.
Right,
it's not
right,
no
right.
Regular.
This ain't no regular.
It's the special joint.
Is this the first time you cooked this dish?
Wow.
It's my first time.
I cannot wait for trying this one.
A little bit of parsley, not lying on there.
Yes, indeed.
Look at that, man.
Now, guys, the sauce is ready. We stop the sauce,
Okay.
and we have the most important thing to cook the pasta.
Okay, what's that?
I have a question for you. How many individual pasta we put in one time?
Yeah, 10. 8.
No, guys.
15.
Easy. Easy answer.
What's the answer?
11.
11. 11.
Okay.
11. Oh, when he said
come
that.
on.
I like that. I like that.
11 here.
8 minutes.
And then, why did the dish become called the Alpha, and why is it the 11th item on the menu?
Is the dishes Alpha was to hit every time when he goes to the restaurant. And sometimes we joke about this to say when you put my dishes in the menu and stuff like this. And in the end, you know, we made the new menu the last February or March, and we decided to introduce this plate in the menu because, as I told you before, in the menu you have the story of my family, and now Alpha is like one part of our family.
That's beautiful.
So-
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so every time I come here, I try different things, and then I'll ask Enzo, hey, they had a salmon pasta on the menu. I'm like, hey, add some shrimp in there for me. Let's put some little cream sauce, and then, that's how it came about, so.
Comes out, what's the next step, chef?
We had the pasta here.
Yeah.
We'll see how professional he is.
Okay.
Because we have to do this.
Oh, what's it? How do you say it?
Saltare.
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 Are you getting nervous for that part?
Let me warm up the wrist.
Oh, the
Warm up the wrist.
No.
We know?
Let me warm up the wrist real quick. But look, though, I got a little secret.
Please.
You don't even know.
Mm.
When I cook my pasta, put a little in the pasta, you know what I mean? I'm going to teach him something too sometime, you know what I mean?
Now, Ferry will drink a lot of water.
Hey, but he's burning it, man. As he'd be sweating on the core, you need to add a little
salt in
touch,
there,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
I'll let Chef take his out first.
Ready?
Alpha, what do you got for me, my boy?
Here we go.
Okay.
Switch it to the right real quick. You do it, look, you see it though?
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's very...
Look my plate. How it's clean.
Nah, Chef. I watched this on Netflix, Chef.
When you are professional, you don't have time to do this, you know? You need to be fast, man.
I'm loving it. We are going to be testing, but we're also going to have a special judge. We can take it to the other room. Oh,
Yeah,
we're about to
you
get
see
the room. Look at the jersey.
One of these was made by Alpha, one of these was made by the chef. This is pastry. Huh?
That really is like passion fruit.
It is pastry actually. It looks like real, but it is pastry actually. 100% eatable.
3, 2.
It's so confusing.